Yes, everyone, what's going on? This is Post-Match Podcast. My name is Stephen Howson. How are you doing? This is Cam. You might have seen him from, stuff. We've got Dave, who you'll recognise from being on loads of different videos. And first time on the podcast, Jay Phillips. When are we announcing Goal of the Month, Will?
Hopefully soon.
Because it was meant to be today, wasn't it?
Yeah. So far, I checked.
I think the poll ran till today. You know? Last time I checked it, I think Jay had just started to pull away.
By 2%.
Yeah.
Make it fake account.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many accounts did you have to make for that?
Oh, only one. Got loads of friends.
I haven't asked anyone to vote. I might ask if it's still going.
It is.
Hopefully it's
it's 34%, 34%. It's neck and neck. If you want to go to Twitter, it's 34% for Cam's goal against De La Salle and
goal.
Jay's free kick against Bury for goal of the month. But what I can say is, Jay is September's player of the month.
Thank you very much.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
We'll find out if he's going to have a double swoop and collect goal of the month and player of the month. We've got trophies on the way.
Yeah, definitely.
I've got some little Paddock. It's the Paddock logo on a little plinth. They're sick. They'll be here next week.
Hopefully
So maybe you'll get one, maybe you'll get the other one. But it'll be you two that's getting both of them. So we will see. Get some questions in for everybody as well in the comments. We're going to just do a quick 20 minutes here. There's not going to be any highlights of this game. So yeah. 3 from 3. So I thought this is a good time to have a little bit of a recap on how the season started. Obviously, we had some very deliberately difficult pre-season games, testages, but obviously we haven't lost. The first team, at least, haven't lost since the Jolly Carter game.
Yeah,
we've had a few draws, we've had some disappointing performances, but we've gone on a bit of a tear there, and I think you mentioned this to me on Thursday after training. I thought Thursday's training particularly was a very high level, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really
frustrating.
Yeah, very. But the standards picked up quite a bit.
It was really good training sessions. So I think we're starting to see some aspects out. There was a couple of instances today, wasn't it, Dave? Obviously, he was on the sideline with us today, where these tore Signol to pieces with one-touch football. Didn't manage to get a finish on the end of it. It'd have been a great goal.
Yeah, that would have been an amazing goal at that. And I think you're both involved in that, weren't they?
Yeah.
It was,
the set and plays that we've been doing, that's what we've been working on in training. Didn't really see much of that today, apart from that little sequence. And honestly, it's Samba football. Didn't we do
it was great. Considering like first half with the way the pitch was, a few long balls. It was nice to see football like that.
Yeah. Well, that's what we do. We play on the floor. Everyone that we come up against likes to go long against it. So today's match, then we had Parker went down after what?
4 minutes.
10-15 minutes, something like that. His groin's gone. He's old. I'm older than him, but he's old. Dave, apparently your mic's off.
That's a Will issue.
Comments. That's a Will issue. Hashtag
grey wire, Will. Anyway.
So yeah, Parker went down injured, so I'm not sure how long he's going to be out. That's a little bit of a blow. It was a little bit of a blow.
I was speaking to him.
It's Will. Hopefully Will.
I was speaking to him, and he was saying he felt his groin going when he lifted it up to like intercept a ball in the air, and then when he cleared it with the same leg, and then he felt it go again. Yeah. So he just said it would just come off. He said maybe a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks.
A couple of weeks.
Yeah,
especially at his age. Parker went down injured. We had to remix the back four a little bit. We moved Will from left back to centre half, brought Richie on. Very pivotal. I
think Richie done very well.
He did. He did. He's getting better on the ball.
Yeah, 100%.
And he had a fantastic clearance.
Yeah.
I still don't know what happened. I can't wait to watch the analysis back and have a look, because he looked to me like it was in the net. He's cleared it onto the post.
Literally,
and it's gone out. So
God knows.
Honestly, you're gonna turn me grey, you lot. We should have been home and hosed well before. Again, we get so someone asked me the goal scorers, didn't they? So we saw Louis score
first time,
finally,
and there's no highlights. So Louis had how many shots all over pre-season and into the matches. He comes back from suspension and scores. I think it was a bit of a lob.
He lobbed the keeper.
Yeah. So you had Richie do that. You had
Nosa.
Nosa. The keeper was out of his box. Did he make a clearance?
Along the floor.
I think Adam went towards.
Adam pressed, he cleared, and then Nosa just hit it.
Nosa just caressed it.
Left foot, curled it round.
Brilliant, fantastic.
Shout out Nosa.
And then Jay with a 5 or 6 foot offside volley. You was offside, mate. I was online with the
Ref cleared it.
you actually.
Ref cleared it.
Ref cleared it, but
Ref
I'll
cleared
just say no comment. Yeah, Ronaldo plays a quick free kick. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, so who's the assist today? Who got the assist for Lewis?
Nosa.
Most got a goal
Yeah,
assist.
yeah.
And Ronnie got your assist.
When he got my assist.
So
yeah.
Ronaldo with a quick free kick. Jay hits it on the volley past substitute keeper after their keeper got sent off in the 93rd minute for flying out of his box, taking down Jordan straight red. Jordan's fractured his wrist, so we've had
broken by the looks of things. Have you seen the
Have you seen the picture?
Yeah, it looked like it had an S in it.
It looked like all the letters in the alphabet.
You look at it and you go, yeah, that's fucked.
I said that saying that coming down the stairs.
Yeah, he's got to have a metal plate put in it. He's going to have surgery on it this week.
It'll be alright.
So we've had Parker go down injured. We've had Jordan come down injured. First game from him as well. Will, do you want to come grab this? Pass that through the curtain.
Oh, through the curtain.
Through the curtain.
It's on the other side.
Oh,
It's on the other side.
Jesus. Oh, no.
Shut that curtain back over. So Jordan come on. I thought he looked great as well.
I thought he played well while he was on, yeah.
So he's been out for like 6 weeks with a broken shoulder.
Broken shoulder.
He gets what, 25 minutes today?
Not even that.
And
goes back into that same boat.
Broken wrist.
Easing him back in to get injured again.
That's just a nightmare, isn't it? We got Okira Simmons onto the pitch.
Yeah.
Last played League One.
Yeah.
Only
Accrington,
20 years of age.
Accrington,
Played for
yeah.
Accrington,
Shout out
played for
Akira.
Blackburn and Liverpool.
Had their left back on toast.
God.
Absolute
He
toast.
just looks so calm on the ball.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
Running into the swimming pool on the pitch.
Yeah.
That was the only one who made a tackle on him, was the pitch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so someone mentioned the conditions earlier.
Never seen.
We couldn't play any
Awful.
channels.
4G pitch.
You don't usually see it on a 4G.
21 years, I've
Standing
never
water.
seen a waterlogged 4G pitch.
It was wet.
What? There's a first time for everything. So
Well, it was bad, really, because for me, it put Ronaldo out of the game a lot because
it's
both
dribbling.
flanks
really
were
play
just
down
so
the wing.
flooded. Yeah.
And that's our game very much, isn't it? Is to get into the space that we create on the sides. We went with a narrow forward three from the second half, and we started to play some decent stuff down the middle a little bit, and that's where we started getting just some of those brilliant 2-touch football. When we start playing 2 and 3 touch, you're not living with us.
Yeah.
But we didn't do that enough, and I think the conditions did affect it a little bit.
Yeah.
It was also a very, very small pitch.
Yeah, I thought that. Thought
Very,
it was quite
very
small.
small.
I think you could have
30
jumped
yards
from
either play.
the line to the box if you
100%, yeah.
yeah.
It's about
We were
30
saying
yards
in the
outside.
car on the way here that when we reckon that Signal, to be fair to them today, put up a battle.
Yeah.
The conditions weren't great. We weren't great, but they made it tough for us as much as we made it tough for them. But when they come to ours, the size of the pitch is just not. They're not going to be used to that, especially if they're playing at that for every home game. When they come to us, I reckon that's when we'll be able to switch it and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I mean, there wouldn't have been any point in switching. It was so narrow, so tight. It was made 10 metres narrower because of the water logging either side of it.
Wasn't ideal.
Not ideal conditions. And again, another performance that I'm not happy with. But we've come away, and like I said, if you get to the end of the season and we've won every game, and I haven't been happy once, you can all tell me to fuck off. I think that's fine.
Yeah, but not on the pitch.
Not on the pitch. No comment. But, 3 out of 3, and results have gone our way in the other games at the top of the table as well, which means that we are currently 3 points clear after 3 games, which is a phenomenal start, isn't it?
It's hard to see in that league who's what level each team is. Like,
De La Salle put us under last week.
I thought De La Salle were good.
They really put us under last
I
week.
reckon
We
they'll
did
be
very
up
well
there.
to put it. What you screwing your face
Minus
about?
the fact that they tried to get into everyone's head.
Yeah,
Okay.
But then again, it's part of the game, so.
I thought they're the hardest thing we've played so far.
Yeah.
They won
Easy.
5-2 today or 5-3 today against the team that was also 2 for 2.
Yeah, they're good. They'll be up there at the end of the season. But like when you look at teams that have only played 1 or 2, and it's like 1 win, 1 draw, and whatnot. We were just trying to work out whether the boys we were playing today had played the 2 best teams in the division and lost, like conceded 11 goals because of that, or whether they weren't as good as what you thought. But, I mean, I thought they did all right, but I felt like we didn't really do much.
I think they might have played away for them 2 games that they lost.
That's what I mean.
A different game for you as well today because you went 1-0 up first rather than being 1-0 behind and having to fight back.
There were times where we were proper sloppy, I thought. There.
I mean, it could have been different at the end if Richie didn't save the hit.
Richie doesn't
that
clear
would have
it,
been 2-2. That and
Richie's clearance, lads. Honestly, I can't show you, but like
I remember what happened. They played the ball played a set, played it through. Johnny came out.
Did Johnny miss it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Johnny missed it, came out, and they shot. As they shot, it went over my head, and I looked, and I was the closest to the ball until I got to the goal line and saw Richie, and Richie had already cleared it off the line. Which I think he made about a 10, 15-yard burst and just...
So, yeah, fair
Well,
play to
yeah.
Richie. I thought
Yeah,
Mo
well
looked
done,
good when he
Richie.
came on today.
Yeah.
Tidy, yeah.
Really tidy.
He's done all right.
Did well. So, we've also got... so, obviously, we had a decent signing yesterday in Akira.
Yeah.
Probably banned for 3 games now. Told the ref to fuck off.
Twice.
Yeah. It's not a good look. So, unfortunately, Akira's not going to see the next 3 games that we've got. We've only got 3 games left
3
in the
at home.
calendar, straight on the bat. There's probably going to be a few more games at home, I imagine.
Yeah.
I spoke to the league on Thursday. They have got the fixtures ready to go, but because they're losing 10 games a week to coronavirus,
Yeah.
so he said basically like get to the end of this little run of fixtures that they've got, and then there's a reschedule button apparently in the full-time website, and that'll republish all the next lot of fixtures. So we'll see what happens. We'll see where we get. But like I said, I'm not underestimating anybody, but I'm also not scared of anybody at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think we
No.
should be. I think with a group of players who've got, same thing I said to you on Thursday, individually gone clear by any team in this league, and together, once we do get the ball moving, like how we do in training, no one can touch us.
Well, the thing is, I'm seeing it in training. It's not
Yeah.
like I'm just going, well, you're all really good, but it's not happening. No, I actually see it in training. So it will filter through to the games, and it filters through in flashes.
Well, that's a good thing though. That the fact you're still winning without playing at the best.
Yeah.
Because once you get to that, you're click and gel together. It's going to be
I
exciting.
think the
football.
team spirit's there as well, to be fair, like at training and whatnot, and even in games, like you scream and shout at each other, but it's like people take it on because they know
It's beneficial.
it's beneficial, yeah,
Yeah,
because
100%.
some teams where they don't respect everyone, if someone shouts at someone, that's when the whole team starts to argue. Whereas if we scream at you, it's not because it's your fault, it's because you need to work harder or you need to be there or
What
whatever.
did I say to you on Thursday?
On Thursday, yeah, he sent me a video of Berbatov, Rio Ferdinand screaming at Berbatov because he didn't want to come across and receive the ball. But the same thing we said on Thursday is anyone that comes in and not comes in or even plays, if they're stopping us from winning, if they're stopping us from playing well, you have to let them know, because at the end of the day, we're here to play well, to win, to get results. So
That's the thing with you two, though. You are vocal on the pitch. I mean, there's some of the players who probably need to get a bit of confidence in that. And once they start talking, and everyone knows what's going on. Of course it will.
Yeah, it'll come
Jay's been playing really well, but his vocal side of his game's slower to emerge.
No, but
Yeah.
like
It's
today,
getting there today.
them two, you're always vocal, aren't you?
He's a gobshite.
I think he got there today because of where I played as well, in the
You can
sense of
see more, see everything.
Yeah,
in front of you,
literally.
innit?
Yeah.
Right, we've got a few questions. Get your questions in, and we'll get our best to answer them. We have got 3 home games on the spin. So
Calm
get
down.
yourself down to the butchers.
Calm down.
And come and watch us. It's free entry. Get yourselves down. Will says we can show the league table, so I'll just answer a couple of questions and then we'll get into that. So OM's Charmer says the only Stretford Paddock fan in the Gambia. Nice. Notch. 3 games, 3 wins, 3 goals, 3 points clear. Respect. Smashing it says man like gold. Thank you. Mint says Emmanuel. First Stretford Paddock fan from Malaysia, perhaps. Maybe.
Thank you very much.
But hey, Malaysia.
That's far.
Brooklyn
man.
says Jada go. Joe says hello.
Brooklyn.
Smashing it. Up the Paddock.
That's my brother.
Why no highlights?
He's actually my brother.
Can't get into it really. How did Ronaldo do? Suffered a little bit with basically just no room whatsoever, and then obviously the channel he runs into being like a canal.
Yeah.
I mean, he ran with the ball.
Got tackled twice?
Yeah,
I think.
we got tackled by the pitch more. He was running with the ball, and then it just stayed, and he went carried on.
I do think he adjusted well though, because given the pitch conditions, Ronaldo is very, very, very skilled at taking someone on 1v1. Anyone in this league or
It's
anyone.
that step
to
over
be
and
fair.
go.
Yeah, it's a step
Oh,
and
yeah.
touch. It's impossible to deal with. And I feel like once he come in, there were a couple times in the second half, especially he come in, tried to get the ball feet, and it worked. So well done to him for adjusting.
They broke up a lot of our attacks or counters as well, just for a proper late fouls.
Because there are 10
That's
people
why
now.
I got talking to, because I wasn't happy with the fouls.
Was that on Adam?
One was on Adam, one was on Louis, one was on Luke,
And Will.
and Will, and then one was on me, and my boot ripped from it. Like I need to buy new boots.
I got new boots coming.
I was like, I wasn't asking for them to get booked. I was just saying, you need to control the game because they're just going to continue doing these fouls until you go, right, yellow card there.
Well, there was no yellows.
Or at least a talking.
There was no yellows in the game.
Whatever.
There was just 2 reds.
It's mad.
Yeah. Alan says, who were the goal scorers today? So it was Louis, like I said, got his first one off the bat. Nosa with like a 30-yard lob, really. Yeah. And then Jay with an offside one. He scuffed.
Can we move out the offside bit? I think I hit it pretty clean.
It was a good strike.
Huh?
4 and 3.
Yeah, 4 and 3.
That's good going.
Yeah. Not bad going. Played in the 6 as well today. So
not bad.
That's what there.
Had to be disciplined today.
How did the wet pitch affect the setup and tactics? As I said, we went narrow in the second half. I went with a bit of a 4-2-3-1 from the start. I had Jay and Cam sitting and put Nosa in the 10. Normally we play 4-3-3 and we have a destroyer, a real Kante style in Aaron. But I expected a low block today. I didn't even quite get them into a low block. We never really played around them. Yeah. We was playing through them quite well, but it was always getting caught up. The final balls weren't quite there. Obviously, we couldn't use the sidelines. I like to go wide and get 2v1 in the wide areas on the pitch. Couldn't do that. We was getting tackled by the pitch.
To be fair, as much as the pitch was our issue, it was also their issue. So I don't really see that. Like, obviously, you got to manage the game to the conditions. But yeah, the pitch was bad. But like both teams, it was just as bad for them as it was for us. But yeah,
I disagree with that because I think the way we play on the floor, I think it affects us a little bit more.
Yeah, I do think that if it was a sunny day, I think they'd just play the same way, whereas you look completely different. Yeah.
Make sure you put out the highlights for most of the matches, every game, bar this one. Congratulations on the win, says Ethan. Thank you.
Thank you.
John Neild, awesome guys, horrendous conditions. Nice to see you, John, and Alex, of course. Every game. Well done on the win. But Paddock, says Ross.
Oh yeah, Alex. Shout out to John and Alex because I literally told them at the end of full time, rainy weather,
every game,
miserable day, every single game.
Yeah, I'm gonna see that kid with snow on his head at some point this season. I know I am.
So a big shout out to Alex and John. We appreciate
goal was an Adam assist, says Ronaldo. Okay, we'll make sure Will gets them on the chart in a bit.
It's going to spark up the chat.
Ronaldo doesn't want that Nosa assist.
Yeah.
What was something about managing I didn't expect until we got into it? Oh, the amount of babysitting that there is to do. Just, I have 2 kids. Now I have like 30 kids. Just with the nonsense that you get texts about. And it's like, I put a whole paragraph in last night. About here's the 11. Can you all confirm we're meeting at 1:15?
3 people reply.
3 people reply, and Cam's like, "What time we're meeting?" It's literally in the fucking message. John says I'm posting a fans view of all the goals later. Well, if you want to go watch the goals, then John Neild will be posting.
There you go.
Big up John.
Big up John.
What have I learned in the 3 games? What have you all learned? All right, let's go. Jay, what have you learned in the 3 games that we've played so far? 3 competitive games.
That's a question.
He's got in the reserve game too, didn't he? So he's technically 5 and 4.
Yeah. What have we learned in the last 3 games? Despite, especially today and last game, despite some pitches not being the greatest, despite being tested by opposition, got to keep your character for the whole 90 minutes. Have to, which is a vague thing to say in football, but in this level, a lot of teams, including ourselves, will do a lot to get into people's heads, do a lot to kind of nick some silly fouls and get the opposition kind of like playing aggressively and whatever else. But I feel like keeping your head is where we stand out to say, we've won games. May not have played too well, but we've won games and kept our heads. I think that's the one thing I've learnt.
Brooklyn says, Jay, where'd you learn your football skills? Heard it's from Uncle Dej.
Yeah, it's from Uncle Dej. Shout out Uncle Dej.
Dave, you've not missed a game yet, have you?
Not in the league. I missed a couple. I went to the 31st pre-season and the very last one, but I missed the ones in between.
So what have you learnt about us, Sunday?
The very first game, the Duckingfield one, I thought the performance was brilliant, considering the opposition you had. But I just think that things can only get better because you are playing well, but not to the best of your ability, and you're still winning games. Yeah. And you look around the team, everyone seems to get on it. There is team spirit there, and I just think that by the end of the season, I'm expecting you to be champions, no problem, because if you can win games like today, where you weren't at the best, when you finally do play well, you're going to be smashing teams. So I just think it's going to be, by maybe couple months or so, it's going to be much better, much better, and it's enjoyable now.
3 games at home, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I think making draws in our home properly.
Yeah, that's going to be a big advantage in it. The 3 in a row.
If we were to lose, I feel like it's just a bounce back, like whether we've got it in us. That's the only thing. Cause
we definitely do, because we go behind in virtually every game and pull something out of it. Like we don't know what we're doing, and we score 90 plus in every fucking match as well. Usually him.
Yeah.
It could be a good thing though, a loss in a way. Not right now, but later on in the season, just to get everyone.
Save me about $5,000 in China White.
China White's a lounge now, so boy oh boy.
Yeah, last game of the season, if you're unbeaten, you get. I think the team selection for you is going to be a bit dodgy.
Your phone is going to.
When you're number 4, he's like, hang on. Wait a minute. Yeah, we got a bet. I'm not going to tell you it's the bet.
I'll say the bet.
No, don't say the bet. Don't say the bet. Don't need the opposition.
I guess they'll see at the end of the season.
You don't need the opposition to know the bet.
That's
what?
He said, let's hope they see it at the end of the season. I said, yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah. What have you
learned? Feel like little bits that we're working on in training and with RH are actually coming into the game. Like RH is helping everyone, like especially that middle core, Aaron, you and me, work like quicker and together. Because I feel like at the start, me coming back into centre mid personally, taking too many touches, and then like the draws when we played at Drawsden and today, I felt like I just tried to limit the number of touches I had and then release it. But like even the isolating the defender and letting it go at the last point, that's how I scored my goal. Ronaldo picked up the ball after we pressed, and then because we pressed I was high, then he's sprinting at the defender, drags in 3 people and then sets me free at the last minute. I take a touch, score.
That was
straight from training.
That was literally Thursday.
Straight from training.
That's the stuff we do with RH as well. Big shout out to RH. He kind of gets us ready for the games and gets us ready to score.
Makes us play quicker.
Yeah.
Trust people as well.
Yeah.
What have I learned? A lot. There's so much to decide that I was like, do you know what? Let's start a football team. What is it, like an extra 5-6 hours a week? Fucking piece of piss. It's about 40
hours. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a full-time job. It's literally. There's so much to do. I
think that makes the wins we've been getting on the Saturday even more sweet.
Oh, and I feel every kick. Yeah. You fuckers make me feel sick 4 times a game, honestly. I think I've learned. I knew there was a lot of work, and one of the reasons why we wanted to document all what we're doing is because we wanted to showcase a lot of the work that goes in. Most of it's volunteers at this level. Not just in our league, but right all the way up to the conference and probably 100%. Even League 2.
Yeah, League a lot 1. Of them.
Outside of the Premier League, it's one of those. The amount of work that goes in is incredible, and I want to showcase a lot of that, because a lot of that you just, and even refs, we bag on referees. I don't want to bag on referees. Refereeing standard.
Tough job being a referee. I couldn't be bothered to do it myself.
No, exactly that. And
everyone at the end of the game goes up to them and says sorry about like it's just heat of the moment thing, innit?
It's grim. I'm getting the curly finger off Will here. All right. How many came to watch? More than should have in today's weather.
100%.
So shout out to everyone who comes and stood on the sideline.
Thank you, we appreciate it.
Let's see you all down at Drawsden for the next 3 weeks, because you can at least stand under cover. So even if it is minging weather, you lot can be dry.
And it's live football in Manchester.
Yeah, and it's the only place you can watch live football in Manchester.
Live and direct.
And it's free. And we can put some money behind Drawsden FC as well, and let's get them
support
back.
Them.
And they've got a bar there as well.
And they've got a bar, and they'll have a card machine this week too. So you can get off your face. You can watch some live football, and you can hopefully watch Paddock go 4-4. I don't know what point this ends, because I imagine it ends at some point. We're enjoying the ride for now. 3 from 3 is a great start.
We're on a high.
0 and 3 would be minging. Let's be honest. 0 from 3, the internet would have opinions.
I think the main thing is that we've shown that we can play, and we're not just like, oh look, we're a YouTube. Like we're actually no one cares about the YouTube side who's actually playing. Like people are just playing. No.
You're a football team that happens to be on YouTube. You're not a YouTube team.
Exactly what it is. Like if we turned up and it was like, make sure you subscribe. We're telling the people that we're playing against, like, are you watching? Like, we're not there. Like, people on the pitch is there, like, because we want to play football.
Yeah.
I think because we're a young team, not exactly a young team, but there are a lot of young players. Yeah. Obviously, myself, 21, Cam same age, and a lot of like 19, 20, 22-year-olds. A lot of like people in men's football are of the age of 25, 26 plus.
Yeah.
So it shows that we're not just some young kids that are playing football for the fun of it. Like we can actually play. And you haven't come back.
That's the best, because if we turned up 3-0, like no wins on the board at like 3 games in, then you've got some talking to do.
Yeah, 100%.
I think we've proved to everyone that we are here to like play, aren't we? So.
Yeah, and does it mean that we go on and win a title from here? No, but it means that
that's the start.
We're in.
Got a platform to build.
We've had a great start. Yeah, it doesn't. Nothing certain. Like, as I said in my notes prior to the game this week, no one's looking at the league table after 2 games. No one should be looking at the league table after 3 games. It's nice that we're on the top of it, but it doesn't matter. Because there's 19 games left to go. Yeah. So it's not going to matter until you're 2/3 of the way in the season. Then it can start to matter. And then you can start to go, do you know what? We can do this. At the moment, it's just a case of, well, we've started as good as we could.
Yeah.
We've won the games that have been put in front of us. In fact, let's have a look at the league table, actually. There we go. That's how it looks at the moment. Goal difference looks all right.
Yeah.
We've done our job so far, so can't
Who's
ask
up
for more
next?
than that.
Just need that clean sheet.
Next, we've got Newton.
2 games, 1 win, 1 loss.
I think they've also played again. Let's have a real check, because obviously it's Saturday afternoon. All the results are coming in.
Yeah.
Their results not come in just yet, so I don't know how they got on yet. But
tough game.
That's who we're playing, and then after that we've got Hadfield, who took their first loss to against De La Salle, so they'll be decent.
Yeah.
They won 2 out of their 3, so we're gonna find out what we're made of, and we will see. So that's where we are right now. It's what we all wanted. It's what all we could have asked for, but it means nothing, and nothing's won yet. So, like I said, cheers for tuning in. Cheers to you guys for joining us. Unfortunately, there's not going to be any highlights this week.
Yeah.
But there is going to be other content coming out. We've got to meet the team. I think there's going to be some skills stuff. I'm not sure if that's going to be ready for this week. But next week, we should have the documentary again, the next episode of that. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe, as we said. And
get yourself down to some games.
Yeah, get yourself down to some games. There's been loads of people making some outrageous trips to come and watch us. So shout out to anyone who does that.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see you at the Butchers next week.
Thank you very much. Thanks, bye.